I'm here on Church Street on this busy Sunday afternoon. Very windy, so bear with me. Those I criticise, politicians, Ian Byrne, Paula Barker, so-called Super Scousers, Ricky Tomlinson, Liam Thorp, Let's go the Liverpool Echo, and many others, no doubt, who I criticise. They're in a bit of a dilemma really regarding cultural change. You see, what do? Do they continue to ignore it, or do they address it, nail their colours to the mast where they stand? They're for it or against it. So they're in a bit of a dilemma, because if they ignore it for so long to the point where it can't be ignored any further, and it's now causing major concern across the city, that's not going to be good for them. Or if they nail their colours to the mast and say they want more of it, they're for more cultural change, that's not going to go down too well before the general election, right? And the most certainly the third option, they're not going to say they're opposed to it. They can't say that because they're out of the Labour Party or whatever party they're in, right? So they're facing a bit of a dilemma, like I've said. Do you ignore it? Until eventually it's such a problem that the people of this city now want answers. They want their worries and concerns addressed. And if the politicians, like I've said, if they're then forced to address it due to ignoring it for so long, because it's now a problem the city and its good people are concerned with, then they are in it. They have got a major dilemma then. They're going to be in big trouble. Because the last thing they want to have to do is be forced to address this. And the longer they leave it, in my opinion, that's what's going to happen, right? Or like I've said, before the general election, they nail the colours to the mast and they're either for or against, right? It's that simple. Now, like I've said, they can't say they're against because they're out the Labour Party, but if they say they're for, that's not going to go down too well before the general election, is it? So they're facing a very tough dilemma, right, regarding what are they going to do. And so Joe Owens, being a patient, disciplined person, I can wait, because I know the cultural transformation is not only not going away, it's going to continue more and more, right? It's going to continue more and more until the people of this city are going to force the aforementioned to deal with it, because they've had enough of it. Why are you ignoring what is happening to our city? How long do you think you can do this? How long do you believe you can take the good people of this city for granted, the voters in particular? Well, exactly. They're going to be put right on the spot then, and they're in big trouble, right? So the other alternative then is to address it. You're for or against. That's it. So the ball's now in your court. Joe Owens, like I've said, I'm a disciplined, patient guy, and I will wait, because I know the ultimate consequence of ignoring cultural change. I know where it leads. I know how it unfolds. I know where this is going, because I've witnessed this the past 40 years plus, right? So I know the consequences of it, and I know the end result. So eventually, if you don't address it, it'll become such a worry, such a concern, such a problem in the city, that people then are going to demand that you address this thorny issue, and they're not going to like you for that. Especially given Joe Owens has been making these videos quite some time now, asking when are the politicians, journalists, so-called super scousers going to address the thorny issue of cultural change rather than just ignoring it. That's not going to go down too well for you. And like I've said, if you nail your colours to the mast and say you prefer the cultural change, which you are, that's not going to go down too well before the general election as well. It's going to help Joe Owens big time, and you don't want that, do you? Oh no, no you don't. So again, the ball's in your court. Are you going to address this thorny issue, or are you going to wait till it festers so much the people of this city force you to? Or are you going to nail your colours to the mast and say you're all in favour of it, you want more of it, right before the general election? Well, we shall see. Once again, the ball is in your court. Liam Thorp, the Liverpool Echo. Politicians, councillors, MPs, Ian Byrne, Paula Barker, all the rest of them, so-called super scouser Ricky Tomlinson, yeah, I'll add you into the equation as well. Right, so the ball's all in your court. Okay, thank you.